Alright, so today we're going to be talking about differentials, some of the different kinds, how they work. So this is an open differential out of a GM light duty truck, or maybe a bigger SUV. Tim, can you stop for a sec? So the basic parts of this thing, way down here, I don't know if you can see that or not, that's the pinion gear. It is attached to this yoke and it is driven directly by the drive shaft coming out of the transmission, and it contacts this, which is the ring gear. And as the pinion gear turns, it spins the ring gear and spins the entire thing as one unit. So if you're driving straight down the road, this is exactly what it's going to look like in here. This just spins back and forth. And then this being an open differential, if you turn, it'll allow the two axles to rotate at different speeds. So these right here, these two gears are connected to the axles. These are the side gears. And these two right here are connected to this carrier on this right here, and they are allowed to spin independently. These are called the spider gears. And this is what actually allows the two to spin independently. So say if I was to grab this axle and spin it, you can see how these gears are moving in here. And that's causing the two side gears to spin, and that one's actually spinning in the opposite direction. And then say you're on a road and one of your back tires is on a patch of ice, which we don't have because this is Florida, and the other one is on asphalt. So Tim, can you lock up your side? So if this axle's on asphalt, it has a lot of traction, and this one doesn't have a lot of traction, and you try to spin it with the drive shaft, it'll cause slippage and the entire thing will turn, and the loose wheel will spin while the other one stays in one spot. And that makes it a little hard to drive because you can't really move because the tire that's spinning doesn't have any traction. So as I get this to spin back around, and that's why they came up with limited slip differentials, and there are a couple different kinds of them. One of the common ones is a torsion limited slip. Mazda used to put them in Miatas. Ford put them in some of their lighter duty stuff like Rangers, Explorers, Bronco 2s. And the way they work is this is replaced with a gear, and then around it with the spider gears and side gears are a bunch more worm gears. And as one spins, if it's spinning faster than the other, it'll actually multiply the torque to the wheel with more traction, so it gets more power. So that tire's still probably going to spin faster, but this one's getting more actual power, so it'll still actually move the vehicle along. And then one of the other kinds of common limited slip differentials is the clutch pack type. Mazda put these in RX-7s. Heavier duty Ford uses those, like F-150s have them. Semi-trucks have clutch pack limited slips. And this is replaced with a preload spring. And right here would be a bunch of clutch packs and steel friction plates. And then the side gears would be a little bit farther out on each side. And as one starts to spin, the preload gear in the middle stretches out because it's spinning so fast, and it causes the clutches to lock up, and it causes both tires to spin at the same speed no matter the traction. And the good thing about a clutch type is, say if you're in an off-roading truck and you get one tire off the ground, if you floor it, it's going to lock up and both are going to spin even if one tire's in the air. Where like a torsion limited slip, if one's in the air, you're not going to get any power to any of them, and one's just going to spin. And then drag cars and some drift cars, they use what's called a spool, and that's when you take the ring gear and take everything out and you just get a solid piece of metal, stick it in right here, bolt the ring gear to it, so then there's no allowable slippage and both have to spin at the same time no matter what. And that basically gives you the same effect as if you welded all these gears together, which is good for drag cars and drifting because both tires will spin at the same time and you'll have more traction and easier slide. And that's some of the basics, and that's all I got, so see y'all later.